Well, that was certainly something. Doris Day actually trained to accurately handle the controls of a commercial aircraft, although the lessons, of course, took place while the plane was safely on the ground. The wild climactic scene was knocked off 20 years later, with Charlton Heston talking flight attendant Karen Black through the landing in Airport 1975, and then again in 1980's Airplane, where it was played completely as farce. Like she did in every movie she made, Doris Day gave it her all in Julie, despite her disregard for the material. She only had one more thriller left in her, 1960's Midnight Lace, a gaslighting story with much higher production values. Now, the first time I became familiar with Doris Day was through her later films and TV show, when she'd become an icon of all-American wholesomeness, clearly meant to appeal to viewers appalled by the nation's counterculture movement. One of her last feature films, With Six You Get Egg Roll, was marketed with the tagline, "Does this look like a movie that could give you bad dreams?" Years later, I finally got around to watching her movies from the 1950s, and I finally began to appreciate the full breadth of Doris Day's talent and appeal. In her musicals, and especially in the run of comedies she made with Rock Hudson, she was the epitome of the smart, self-reliant professional woman and displayed comedic timing on par with anyone in the business. So I was thrilled to contribute an essay on Doris's movie career to the recent book Doris Day, Images of a Hollywood Icon, published to celebrate her centennial. While I admire her talents as a performer, it's actually Doris Day's amazing fortitude I hold in highest regard. She endured as rough a road as anybody in show business. Her first two marriages, while she was establishing herself, were brutal relationships, scarred by her husband's jealousy. When third husband Martin Melcher died in 1968, she learned he'd been embezzling money throughout their partnership and had left her bankrupt. Their only child, Terry Melcher, was a music producer believed to be the actual target of the Manson family the infamous night they murdered Sharon Tate and her friends. All of this misery would have broken a lesser person, but Day sued her late husband's financial advisors and won a $23 million settlement. She then left the business, retired to Carmel, something good that came out of her making Julie, and dedicated herself to the Doris Day Animal Foundation. Her retirement lasted almost twice as long as her movie career. At the 2022 TCM Classic Film Festival, I had the pleasure of hosting some of Doris's closest friends and colleagues, who spoke reverently of her warmth and generosity. As often as I share tales of the dismal fates of many Hollywood people, I wanted to give Doris Day her due for an exemplary life that lasted 97 years. I'm proud and honored to serve on the board of Doris Day's Animal Foundation, helping continue her legacy of rescuing and caring for our non-speaking companions. Next week, Noir Alley plunges back into pure 40s noir with a terrific B picture from RKO. Steve Brody and Raymond Burr star in Desperate. Now jump on our Facebook page and Twitter feed and let me know your favorite Doris Day movie. Until next week, see you in the shadows.